we are going to dive into this season's super popular haircut. It's a take on the evolution of a shag and a mullet that we're seeing very prevalent in the industry right now. You might have your guests requesting this. This is the Octopus haircut. Well, my take on it. It is defined by lots of layers, texture, wispy ends. Really think of no blunt lines. It's going to mirror that silhouette of an actual octopus with those shorter layers on top and thinner, longer layers coming out the bottom. So Jasmine was willing to take about 4 inches off her length. So that's where I'm starting this cut because we're going to be doing tons of layering. I want to have a really good idea of where those layers start and where the length is. So just combing everything forward and keeping those lines nice and soft by utilizing point cutting. Here I am dictating where the fringe area is going to start. So you can see laying the comb on the top of the head, and where that head dips forward, I know that that hair is going to fall forward. From there, I take a parting that separates the front from the back. So just behind the ear there, center back, and then dividing those center back sections into half. So I'll have 4 sections total in the back. They kind of resemble like pie-shaped sections. So I'll have a nice rotation happening. And then just repeating on the other side. So this was a little inspired by the octopus. There's 8 sections, easy peasy. Just staying nice and organized with your sections will keep you moving very efficiently through this cut. Jasmine has tons of hair, just thick, dense hair. So having a roadmap and section to keep me organized is gonna help me out. So taking down that first section we created, that fringe section, I've now switched to my razor and I'm starting her fringe about chin length. And then you'll see me split where her natural part is and take another little small triangle inside the fringe and do a shorter section. I'm choosing just to go at the tip of her nose right here. And then I'm connecting the two. So really these lengths could be customizable to your guest. Directing this straight out, point cutting just for some softness and some layers within the fringe. So like I said, this is totally customizable. If your guest wanted a longer version, you could totally do that, or you could even do shorter if your guest wanted that. So dropping my first side section, diagonal back parting, I'm then going to comb the hair straight forward and connect whatever length of fringe you choose down through the links. And so I am actually removing length at this point, and I want that. I want these face framing layers much shorter, and I know I have that length reserved in the back. So this is very customizable as well. And if you wanted it to be a little bit more aggressive, you totally could. If you wanted it to be a little bit more tame, you could totally do that. But just coming in with a soft cutting line with my razor. And then what I'll do is pick up that same section again, and wherever there's density and bulk that I want to remove, I'll take my razor in a parallel manner just to remove some of that density so that the hair can really move. So this cut will be really great for straight hair if your guest likes to wear their hair straight, but it works really great with textured hair as well. If you have some waves or curls, this kind of cut will really just set that texture free. My one tip and trick is always to make sure that you're using a super sharp, fresh razor. And then you can rest assured that the ends won't look tattered or frazzled at all. So here I'm just dropping a little bit of my section previous just to check my lengths because I am removing some length. I just want to make sure there's balance from side to side. So feel free at any point to do that. And again, connecting that kind of curtain fringe in the front to the desired length you want in the front, and then removing bulk as you move through just makes it really efficient. And I really do this very visually. So if I can see that that section in my hand is very dense and I can't see through it at all, I know I want to break that up and to create some movement. So starting in the section just behind the left ear, This piece that you see me with is going to be a stationary guide. I'm going to work vertical sections, combing everything to that first subsection. So here I'm taking a clue from the crown area to dictate my length, and then cutting a nice concave layer, elevating straight up, and I'm connecting it with her length at the end. So this is going to remove tons of bulk and is going to give me that short to long feel. Again, that first vertical section is going to be my guide, so everything else is going to come to section 1. And that means that that last section in that piece of sectioning that I'm working with is going to be a little bit longer. And then I'm going to repeat the same thing on the right side. So taking a vertical section, and I want to make sure that I do get the hair in the nape because that's going to dictate to me her length. So again, finding that guide at the top of the crown and then elevating up. And you can see that my body positioning has changed to the other side. The reason why is I want to use my finger angle to help me out with this concave layer. Lifting my elbow just makes it a lot easier. It'd be super hard to stand on the same side and cut. So again, with that first section being a stationary guide, I want to make sure to comb everything to that section, elevating it straight up and cutting short to long, and then clipping out of the way. So there is a little bit of connectivity within this cut at the crown, but then because we're using that stationary guide within each of those 4 sections in the back, we'll have a little bit of short to long, which is nice because it's really going to add to the texture that we want to see in this cut, and just creating those various lengths, which is going to kind of give it that tentacly feel that we want from the octopus cut. So each one of these 4 sections in the back is going to be concave, cutting that short to long. And the first section that I pick up in each one of these 4 sections is going to be that stationary guide. So again, creating a short to long in each one of those 4 segments, working in the back. So I'm going to do a similar thing that in the back that we did in the front, creating diagonal back sections and then working parallel to the hair to create some movement. So I'm just going to be really intentional with this, working my way probably about inch wide sections going all the way up the head, and then just working through with my razor to create some movement. So I'll do that on the right side and then repeat on the left. And here is where styling is going to come into play. So I'm using Invisible Wear's Cloud Whip. This is going to really give some nice lived in texture. It's natural, it's effortless, it's soft, it's touchable. And this product I really enjoy working on damp hair as well as dry, which you will see me do. But this is great if she were to just want to air dry, diffuse, and celebrate her natural texture, but also great for canvases that need a little bit of plumping. So then after I've done that, I'm going to come through and create some waves. So working through vertical sections, I curl one section forward, one section back, and I alternate throughout the entire head. I am leaving those ends kind of left out so it's nice and lived in, and here you can see the beautiful finish. And coming through with my detangling comb. Another nice little feature of Cloud Whip and Invisible Wear is our velvet flower extract, which is gonna really reduce frizz. So great to build texture and bulk, but also prevent frizz. Here coming in with my undone texture spray and just kind of disheveling it, shaking it up. I want it to be lived in and yummy. And this style will last her days and days, which is what Invisible Wear is really known for, is really that, day-to-day hairstyle. And then coming in with our Cloud Whip again. So just a little bit, and you'll see me work it through my hands. And then I like to just scrunch it on the ends. So again, building a little bit more texture, a little pieciness, but it's not going to be too heavy. It's going to give that dry, light finish. So here is her finished look. And I gave her some education too on how to just wear her natural texture, how to blow dry her bangs, and it's going to be a super fun shape for her. And I hope you guys enjoyed this octopus cut. I think it'll be great for a wide array of guests that sit in our chairs. Just those fun short layers, a textury feel at the bottom, and just super on trend. My name is Chelsea Shields, and on behalf of Paul Mitchell, thanks for watching.